we have a unanimous EU27 position on the withdrawal agreement, which reflects the common EU position. This withdrawal agreement has been agreed with the UK government, is endorsed by leaders, and is not open for renegotiation.
Margaritis, can you give us a clear outline of what sort of checks we can expect for goods coming from the UK into the EU in the event of no deal?
No, Mark, I cannot do that, because that would speculate on something that is a speculation. We are working for Plan A. I have said that many times here. Everything is on the table, both the withdrawal agreement and the political declaration. I reminded you of the sequence that took us here, and I know, as you do, that there is a vote tomorrow in the House of Commons. Let's see how the vote goes, and then we'll take it from there. I will not speculate on any if, could, would, might question that you may ask me. Of course, you can follow up.
You have already put into place contingency measures, which you've published, so I was hoping you might be able to just tell us a bit in context about that. The reason I'm asking is because we've spoken to regional leaders in France, political leaders, we spoke to the heads of ports, and what's quite clear now is that they are lobbying their own governments and you to put in place minimal checks in the event of no deal. Clearly, they're very worried about the effect economically on their regions. So they're asking you to undermine your own principles, the EU's own principles, and put in minimal checks if there is no deal, and not stick to the rule of law of the EU.
Again, there are too many they. I'm not sure who these they are. What I can tell you, Mark, is that our contingency work, the first leg of our contingency work, has been published on the 19th of December last year. It covers a certain number of key sectors, and I'm sure that you will be able to dive into these contingency measures and judge for yourselves. As I just said at the beginning of this briefing, the College will rediscuss contingency Wednesday, and then you will be informed accordingly. All the rest, I don't think I should go into. Yes, James.
Thank you, Margaritis. Would a positive majority in the House of Commons for a renegotiated backstop change the clear EU27 stance that the withdrawal agreement is not up for renegotiation?
I don't quite understand. May you please ask again the question, simplifying it a bit if possible?
Okay. If the House of Commons votes in favour for a deal with a renegotiated backstop, would that change the EU27's very clear stance that the withdrawal agreement is not up for renegotiation?
Again, a huge if at the beginning of this question. The only thing I have to say is that we shall wait for the result of the vote of the Commons tomorrow, and then we'll wait for the government to tell us what are the next steps. That's how it's going to work.
Shona Murray from Your News. It's another Brexit question, so apologies if you've answered this already, but would there be a possibility of applying a codicil to the withdrawal agreement for both sides to, I suppose, lay out what their interpretation of the backstop is as a way of getting past the impasse in the UK?
I just said to your colleagues minutes ago that the withdrawal agreement is on the table, is not open for renegotiation. It includes the backstop, and I can add in reply to your question, that the way we see the backstop is also explained, I think, in rather detail in the joint letter that Presidents Tusk and Juncker sent to the Prime Minister May. I would not have anything to add on this. Yes, Athanasios.